Sir, I think we can start with an overview of IP because I can see that there are many people here who want to change their course of career or want to get an idea what exactly IP looks like. We can touch upon like various aspects of IP.
Let me tell you that this is one of the fastest growing area of the legal practice. Very diversified, which can accommodate anyone. You need not to have the law, then also you can enter in this field. If you have, that will make you eligible for certain type of roles and activities. But if you don't have, then also you can enter. And it's very diversified. You will come to know like which are the areas. Even if you don't have any qualification, if you are just a 12th passed person, so this industry will have offer for you to come and lead also. So like for example, a patent illustrator is a person, if I'll tell in detail. So but before starting that session, let me know in the budget 2023, just I think everyone is talking about budget 2023. क्या मिला मुझे, कितना टैक्स बचेगा नहीं बचेगा, क्या टैक्स घटा, सैलरी ब्रैकेट घटा है नहीं घटा. But there are announcements in the budget 2023 for intellectual property related aspects also. Can anyone just tell like what aspects are covered in the budget 2023? So one is that any startup which is IP driven, which is filing a lot of IP applications or working in a domain which is IP driven, so their losses can be taken forward. What are the benefits? I think a CA can better tell, but this seems to be a very, very useful thing, because if you are having patents, trademarks, then you can carry forward your losses to certain period of 10 years is the bracket. So that is the criteria of being a startup. A company should not be older than 10 years. So that is the criteria for a startup. But for this thing, I think there are some technical aspects. Then for the IP domain, there is a budget increase of 15%. So for any government department, if government is increasing the budget for that particular department, it means government has plans to grow that vertical significantly, or they intend to increase a lot or focus on that area. So these are the two aspects which are covered in the budget 2023. Why I'm telling these facts? Just to give you some heads up about where India is moving ahead towards becoming an IP savvy nation. Where India is in terms of innovation index in 2022. So WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization, in 2022 released, every year they used to release. So for the year 2022, they released the report called Global Innovation Index, GII. At what place India is? 40, correct. It's at the 40th place. And where it was in 2015? 80, correct. So in just 5 years, coming from 80th to 40th is an achievement for a country like India, because it is reflecting that India is very, very fast in terms of becoming an IP savvy or innovation driven country. And where there is an innovation, there is IP. You will be doing innovation, and by the way of doing the innovation, IPs will be generated. So it's a very upcoming area. Now, tell me another question, like answer to another question. Which politician has made any announcement about IPR right in this week itself? Okay. What she said. No problem. Let's have the answer. So one is Nirmala Sitharamanji. You are right. She has announced the budget, and like I said, she has made this statement. But a politician like much popular than she is. Correct. So what he announced is that for the first time in this country, domestic filings, you understand the domestic filing, have surpassed the foreign filings. So there are two types of filings in any country. One are the domestic filings, which are being filed by the companies which are based in India or Indian companies. So these are called as domestic filing, simple. And the other type of applications are being filed by foreign companies. For example, Samsung. Samsung is not an Indian company. If that company will file the Korea-based entity in India, that will be called as foreign application. if a company like, give me a name of any Indian company. Which one? MRF, okay. Tata, Mahindra. If these companies will file any IP application, these will be called as domestic application. So earlier the situation, like the scenario was, domestic filings were here and foreign filings were here. Why? Because India used to be a copy paste country. But now the scenario has reversed. Now the domestic filings are here and foreign filings are here. So this was announced by Modi ji. Plus he has also mentioned that India is at 5th place in terms of trademark filings, 7th in terms of patent filing. So if the prime minister of a country like India, which is a developing country, every other day is talking about any particular area, intellectual property, Nirmala Sitharaman ji is talking about that area. They didn't discuss about any other legal field. Did they discuss about contract drafting or contract area? No. Any other area? No. Property law? No. But they are talking about intellectual property. And that's why we are having this session wherein we are talking about IP and we'll be like talking about different aspects of IP. So this was just to overview, not the overview, just to give you some heads up about where India is heading in terms of being the IP savvy country.